Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking Purito, that cult Korean skincare brand that I know so many of you know and love. I use a lot of Purito products in my day-to-day skincare routine, and so I was super excited to get my hands on their two newest launches. I've been using them for the past 2 weeks, and so I'll be sharing my thoughts and feelings on them, and whether they're instant ding 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 holy grails, or if they're more wah 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 total fails that you should just avoid. I also have a little bit of an exciting update on the soon to relaunch Purito sunscreens. So if you want to learn a little bit more, try on some new skincare with me, keep on watching. Now, I have covered Purito quite a lot on this channel, so I'm not going to bore you all by going over the brand in full. I'll just leave a link to a video up there covering a full brand review of Purito if you want to know a little bit more about the brand and some of their other products. But today, I've got my hands on two of their new launch products. A vitamin C serum that I think is technically a reformulation, and also their 100% plant-based squalane. Both of these products are new to market and they're expanding worldwide, so I'll leave some links below as to where you can get your hands on them. Also, as with all Purito products, these are entirely cruelty-free, which is great, and I'll be showing later on in the video some of that updated SPF information. I've left timestamps below if you're more interested in one element than the other. Be my guest, use those to click to whichever part of the video you want to. But that's enough intro, let's cut the waffle and let's talk first about their vitamin C serum. This is the one that I was most excited about because actually their original vitamin C serum just didn't work for my skin. I found it very oily, somehow even though it was a 5% concentration of pure ascorbic acid, which is actually on the lower side of concentrations compared to some other brands, still irritated my skin. I think that's because it was formulated with 84% hyaluronic acid, which my skin doesn't do well with a high concentration of hyaluronic acid, so it could well have been that. Overall, I found it oxidized quickly. I didn't particularly like the bottle it came in, which tended to leak, and it just wasn't a product that I gravitated towards. I think I included it in my fails list when I did the full brand review of Purito, and so when they said we're reformulating, we're re-looking at the packaging, and we're just looking to relaunch the product, I was fully on board. This is how it comes. So you get it in an airtight bottle, but you also get a pump with it. I love this because the pump is actually optional. So when you come to repurchase this, you can just buy the bottle, cutting down on all that waste and all that packaging, which has to be a good thing. Also, just from the start, one of the reasons I love Purito is they kind of think of everything. Not only the amazing and cruelty-free, which I called out earlier in the video, but also their environmental commitment, so good. So this is the packaging it came in. Not only is the inner bit, none of that styrofoam or any of that bubble wrap, fully recyclable paper-based. You also get it in recycled cardboard, and even the adhesive tape is fully recyclable. All the boxes you can compost or recycle, and I just kind of love all of that. In a theory, you can make this entirely waste-free because you can recycle all of the different components, which has to be a good thing if that's something you look for when you're purchasing skincare. In terms of this product, so it's taken out the hyaluronic acid in its high concentration, and it's replaced it with bamboo water, which is so good. For people that like the Keep Cool and Soothe bamboo toner, I don't like Keep Cool and Soothe, but the toner itself did actually work quite well. That calming, that soothing was from that bamboo water, which is present in this product. This I love because if you've got a little bit of sensitivity to vitamin C, maybe you find it tingles a little bit, then actually this bamboo will help to calm and soothe any of that irritation. It does still have a small amount of hyaluronic acid in, but it's right down on that ingredients list, so it's not that high, super high 84% concentration you got before. That's been replaced by the bamboo water. You're getting a 5% concentration of ascorbic acid, which is a pure form vitamin C. There's two different types, pure form and derivatives. I find that pure form vitamin Cs do give quicker results and offer better results, but they're a little bit more unstable, so harder to maintain. And I'll come on to how you should keep this product in a second. Overall, I think this is a really well thought through reformulation. I think the base ingredients are so much better than just that standard hyaluronic acid you got before. They've also put a touch of niacinamide in here, which is great if you're using this to treat acne scarring or hyperpigmentation or to just brighten the skin. That niacinamide will just help and support that. It's got some nice botanical extracts in here as well to calm and soothe the skin. And I love the fact they've gone for a 5% ascorbic acid, not anything higher, because I actually think in keeping with the Korean skincare ethos, slowly and gently is the way forward. We don't want to just pile on super high concentrations of actives on our skin, because that's when we get that irritation and that sensitivity. So I love that they've gone for a lower strength ascorbic acid, because it takes a little bit longer to see those results, but you'll have it without any of that sensitivity. Overall, I've been using this product for 2 weeks now. and I love it. I absolutely love how it came, and you can tell that it's not oxidized because it was clear. Once it starts to go orangey, you know that's when the oxidization has happened, and that means that the potency of the vitamin C is diminished. This was fresh, and they've made a commitment on their website that they're going to be making it in fresh batches. So you know that when you get your hands on this product, it's not going to be sitting on a dusty warehouse shelf for too long. You're getting that fresh vitamin C, which is so important. They also give some really great care instructions on the box to keep it in the fridge, which I'd always recommend with your pure form vitamin C's. Just delay the oxidization. And also they recommend to keep it at direct sunlight and to make sure that the cap is screwed on fully. All this is really good stuff that a lot of brands assume we know, but by just putting it on the box, I think is really good advice. I've started to see some really, I don't know if you can see the glow, but I actually think my skin feels a little bit more lit, a little bit glow from within going on, and I do accredit it to this. So I would definitely be continuing to use this. The shelf life of this is 3 months, which Purito are fully honest about. That does seem like a really short shelf life, but you know what? It's vitamin C. I said it was unstable before, and so actually beyond that point, it's not going to be as effective. So I like that they're upfront and honest about that, and I'll find that one of these will probably last me about a month and a half, so you'll use it well within that 3-month window. I would actually say, compared to the original, this is definitely a 10 out of 10 product. I'm going to leave a link to this at Stylevanna. You can buy it all over the place. However, Stylevanna, I did reach out to and confirm beforehand that they have the new formulation because some resellers are selling through that old stock first. So I did reach out to Stylevanna to confirm that you'd be getting this new updated formulation, which you are. So use the link below if you do want to get your hands on this. But I'd say a really good product and definitely a case of a reformulation improving the product. Now let's move on to the 100% squalane oil. There's not a whole lot I can say about this because, you know, squalane isn't a new thing. The Ordinary do a version of this, but for people living a plant-based lifestyle and also looking for vegan alternatives, some people are a little bit dubious about squalane because originally it did come from shark fins, which is where it was originally derived. This isn't the case now. Most squalane oils are now plant derived, but it's often quite hard to tell, and brands don't make it that clear, with the exception of the Ordinary, which put it all over their marketing, whether you're getting a plant derived one or whether there are some animal traces in it. So it's really good that you're getting 100% commitment to that plant-based squalane. This is actually made from sugarcane, and I find it's just a really nice hydrating oil to add into your skincare routine. I don't use a facial oil every single day, but when I do think I get some really great benefits, and I captured the best ones to match to your skin type in a separate video, which I'll leave a link to up there. Definitely check that out because I think it's really important to match the oil that you use to your skin type. And squalane oil is a great all-round performer, but I said works better for those with drier skin types or the combination dry skin types. I've only used this a couple of times because I've got quite oily skin, but if you mix this in with your moisturizer, it just takes up that moisturization game that little bit, and I find it works beautifully on the body as well. So a couple of drops of this into my St. Ives body butter. Just takes that hydration up a notch, and I absolutely love it. So whilst I'm not going to say this is cult favourite instant holy grail like the vitamin C, it's definitely a really good product and a nice addition to the whole overall collection. And yeah, I think it's nice that they're advertising the plant-based nature of this because that can be something that confuses people. Now, let's come on to that little bit of gossip I have about the reformulated SPFs coming from Purito. I've already covered this in the past, and whilst generally I've taken a bit of a pause from Korean sunscreens because of some of the things going on in the industry, I won't, drag out this video by telling you my thoughts in too much detail because I've done that in a video which I'll link up there. Check that out if you want some more background to this and why I'm on a bit of a pause from Korean sunscreens. But the reason I'm making an exception for Purito, which are a Korean brand, is because they made a full commitment to release all of their testing and to have testing done in 2 different laboratories in 2 different locations. So they've confirmed that one will be in Europe and also one will be in Korea. Now this is great because some of the doubt we have around Korean sunscreens is from their testing facilities over in Korea. So the fact they're also sending samples to Europe, fully independent, to test that, I think is really great. And the fact they've promised to release that data can just win back our trust and confidence. So if that all comes back good and it matches the SPF which is on the bottle, then I'll be fully on board with this and first in the queue to try out the Purito sunscreens. The little bit of information I have is confirming that it will actually be coming out as an SPF of 30, which I think is good. A lot of people get fixated on it has to be SPF of 50 or nothing. nothing. Whereas actually, I think an SPF of 30 with broad spectrum protection is enough for most people in most environments. You always have to match your SPF to your skin type, medical conditions you have, and the environment which you live in. Here in the UK, we're lucky if we ever see any sun, so an SPF 30 is absolutely fine. Whereas if you're in, desert-like environments where the sun is pretty relentless, you probably want to go for a higher SPF than that. I love the fact that they're going for that SPF 30 rather than just pushing it and desperately trying to deliver an SPF 50, which has been the downfall of a lot of Korean brands. And also they've confirmed that it will be released here in the UK in September, so I imagine that'll be a worldwide launch because they do tend to release all of their products globally within the same month. I am so excited that we can get our hands on this year, and like I say, I'll be the first in line to try them and share it with you guys in a full review. I'd love to know your thoughts and feelings on the Purito, specifically the Purito sunscreens. Are you going to be trying them, or are you classifying them even with the additional protections they've offered us with the other Korean sunscreens, and will it be a firm pass for you? Share your thoughts and feelings below. While you're down there, why not give this video a like? And I'd love to know, are you tempted by the vitamin C serum in particular? I think I might just be, and I might be putting on another order for a second bottle. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.